Hello, I don't know if you know me or not, but my name is Ed Dawson and I'm the Executive Director of SVS. Executive Director means I'm the boss, and the boss gets to do what he wants to do, usually. So what I'm going to do now is just let everyone know that we have a good life, and in that we have this good life, we want to have it last as long as possible, and we want to feel good and healthy for that time. So what we do is we make good and healthy food, and I'm going to show you what I eat for dinner. Not that you should eat it, but I think it's a good thing to have. So this is what we're going to start with. We're going to start with a raw beet, and you can go to the grocery store and get that. And then we're also going to start with, can you hand me a little package of, I should have put that package out there. Yeah, you can maybe cut that out. And then we're going to continue with a package of bite-sized tomatoes. These happen to be called Twilights, but you can also get cherry tomatoes or others. And then we're gonna get, about 3 or 4 large mushrooms. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to boil the beet. So bring some hot water to a boil, put the beet inside the hot water, and cook it for about 45 minutes. At the end of 45 minutes, the beet will come out and will need to be peeled. So peel the beet, and when you're done, you'll have something that looks like this. This happens to be a giant beet, and not all of them are that large, but you will get this this giant beet. I take usually about 10 of these tomatoes, these bite-sized tomatoes. Make sure you rinse them off thoroughly, and then do that to dry them off. And I'm not wearing a mask tonight because I'm alone in my kitchen, so I don't need to. But all the rest of you, of course, will be wearing your masks when you're doing this. So you can take these tomatoes and put them in your large bowl. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut up the beet. And Susan, let's pause while I cut, and then we'll show what the final product looks like. Inch wide strips. And let's do maybe, it's a pretty big beet, so I'm going to do maybe 2 or 3 of these half-inch wide strips here. And that's a lot of them. That's a lot of beet. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the beet and I'm going to cut it up into maybe, about thirds or fourths. So you have bite-sized pieces. Okay, we have a handful of beets. It might actually be a bit too many, but we can take some out and put them on hold. Okay, that's probably enough of those beets. Keep some in the bag of storage. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our tomatoes and we're going to, take our mushrooms and we're going to slice our mushrooms. You got to be careful of beet juice because it stains, and so you don't want to get beet juice on your clothes. So make sure that you get that off there. You take your mushrooms and you're going to slice them, and I like them sort of thick, like maybe about a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. Throw them into the bowl. I like lots of mushrooms. Mushrooms, incidentally, have lots of vitamins, lots of nutrition. There's about 5 calories, which is almost nothing for a whole cup. So you can eat mushrooms. You can eat mushrooms all day long. And I'm going to show you a kind of dip that you can use for your mushrooms. And the dip is also very low in calories and delicious tasting. So again, I'm having lots of mushrooms. think I'll chop up a little bit more too, just because we can. That. Now, what we've got here is we've got food that I like to sit and munch while I'm watching TV. So it's dinner, but it's also a snack. Let me just move these things aside here. Then what we're going to do is get some vinegar. And I like balsamic vinegar. And you can get that just at any supermarket. And then you're going to get some spice, which is called turmeric. And then you're going to get some pepper. And I like pepper in a pepper grinder. And the kind I like is a hickory smoked pepper. But you can use any pepper. You can get it at the shaker itself, or you can get a pepper grinder just like this. And now before we actually start to prepare the final step for preparation, I'm going to take a little break and I'll come back to you at preparation time and we'll show you the final steps before we get to eat it. Okay, we're going to resume now, and after I chopped everything up, I put it in the refrigerator so it would cool a little bit. Here it is now out of the refrigerator, nice and cool. And I'm going to take a separate bowl and divide this up into two parts. First I'll take these, mushrooms away, just put them aside for the time being. And I'm going to put the tomatoes and the beets in this bowl. And I'm going to sprinkle the balsamic vinegar on there liberally, sprinkling on the tomatoes and the chopped up beets. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this turmeric. It's a spice, and it's a very good spice. It's good. It reduces inflammation. That is, if your skin gets swelled up and you have sore bones or sore muscles, turmeric as an anti-inflammatory is very good for that, and it also tastes very good. And it's also used a lot in the country of India, where they do Indian cooking. So I'm going to take this turmeric and I'm going to sprinkle a lot of it on the food. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the food back in this bowl. And I want to make sure that I have the vinegar, everything pretty much well coated in vinegar, loading back into the bowl. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit more turmeric on it. And then I'm going to take some of the ground pepper that we started with earlier, and I'm going to ground the pepper on top of that. And make sure that we get the ground pepper on all the different food items that we have in here. So far we have the beets, tomatoes, the turmeric, and the ground pepper. And now I'm going to take these mushrooms. And with the mushrooms, we want to get both sides of the mushrooms. Make sure that we get the vinegar on them. This vinegar, I know a lot of people think vinegar tastes strong and not a good taste, but with the turmeric and the pepper, I think you're going to be very much surprised at how good this is. A little bit more vinegar on there. Let's take the turmeric sauce, or the turmeric spice, shake it on there. Again, take some of the ground pepper, grind it up. And again, you can get pepper just from the shaker and shake it yourself, but you can get whole peppercorns, and I like smoked peppercorns myself. But you can do
apply your own to suit. I'm going to take these mushrooms and I'm going to stack them right in here. Got a few more leftovers here. Let's get all of them because, as you'll see, they are delicious. So I've got the leftover mushrooms and the vinegar, the balsamic vinegar. I've got this way. I've got it that way. This way. That way. So again, you sprinkle on the turmeric, which is put it on, heavily. Turmeric is very good for you, and it really adds a lot of flavor. So make sure you add the turmeric sauce, turmeric spice. Put it all together in the bowl. And voila! There you have Executive Director dinner. It's going to taste delicious. It's very low in calories for those who are watching your weight. And it's very, very nutritious. Adds a lot of vitamins and minerals. So I think you should give that a try and send me an email and let me know how it went. Thank you.